There. Okay. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that, everybody. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I didn't have. They just did a software update on my system, and a lot of the things haven't been working well. So thank you for bearing with me here. And I think I've got it. I think I've got it now. So I should have sound. And so yeah, I'm sorry about that. I should having. Thank you very much for bringing that. Yeah, Apple. Okay, great. So there we go. Thank you for bringing about it. I'll cover the other. I'll cover the other stocks here really quickly, but let's look at Apple. Apple has been lagging. I don't have Apple currently, and I like the stock obviously, but it's just been a laggard. I mean, there's this 150. It's sort of had. It's right now in a buy zone. It moved right up here to the buy zone, and then it kind of got rejected. It looks like it's starting to. It looks like it's start. Oops, that's silence. Excuse me. AAPL. Sorry for my. Yeah. This is the issue with Apple. This is the 150 line. For some reason, it has been below this. It just has not been able to make headway. It's moving back down to the buy zone, back to the buy point at 37.07. Here's the thing. I mean, the relative strength is 60 on this, and I just think we can't do anything with it right now. I think we just have to watch and wait for a better period of time. I mean, it's painful to do this, but I just don't think Apple is viable right now. So that's kind of my take on it. With that, it seems like I'm getting a lot of phone calls here. So hopefully, I'll have to call back after the show. All right. So thank you very much for that. I know sounded. All right. Let's look at DraftKings. See if there's anything there that we can do with DraftKings. DKNG and DraftKings. Let's see if that. Yeah, DraftKings again. It's trading below that 200-day line, so that's key. Below that 200-day line, we can't really do anything there. This one also. I've been just totally Debbie Downer today, but this one's a watch list too. It's in a downward trend. It's below the 200-day line. Just not a place to buy it. Just not a good place to buy it. In the gambling stocks, I think the one you got to look at is MGM, and this is one I do have, and I think this is the one you got to look at. MGM showed a very very nice movement today. It was sort of consolidating, and then boom, it moved up. I've owned this for a while, a few days. It's we knew that it was going to kind of it was getting ready. It was getting ready. Let's see how long have I had an MGM? Probably about a week or so. It just kind of did nothing, and then all of a sudden, 398. It's up, almost 10%. There's you know there's a lot of buying coming in right now to MGM. So this is unfortunately it's extended. Boy, I tell you, it just took one day. Now this is probably going to settle back down here a little bit, but the buy point on it 43.77. So this is a cup with a handle, and and I've had this for a few days. I wish I had bought more of this. To be honest, I wish I had bought more MGM. Um, and I just didn't. I just didn't. I've been relatively careful, and have not bought enough MGM. Have not bought enough MGM. All right, sorry about that. Okay. Okay. Sound. Okay. Oh, TTM. All right, let's look at TTM for Mark. This is the trade desk. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. This is Tata Motors. What am I thinking? TTM. And this is one that I think. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, nice. Nice. You could tell this one was getting ready, and unfortunately, I didn't eat my own dog food. I need to do that more often because this is one that I was talking about yesterday. Just very, very nice, strong. We had some nice action. This is a little extended now, unfortunately. Kind of yesterday was the day to get in, but very strong and up very, very strongly. The interesting thing about Tata is that you know, quietly, sort of like, well, I don't know if it's quiet. This is the biggest automobile manufacturer in India, and it's a very, very large company. And they have had some excellent sales, and I do think that they're a real player. So this is definitely one. Unfortunately, the auto manufacturers group not the greatest, 82 out of 197. It's getting better, but this has a very strong checklist. And it's just looking really, really good. So this is kind of one you want to get on your radar screen. There may be another chance to buy Tata. I think it's undervalued. And I don't say that about most stocks because I'm primarily a technical trader and I'm not a fundamental trader. But I want to show you these numbers, and this is why I think that Tata TTM is something that you should take a look at. Look at these numbers. Last year, just sales down, 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 down. All of a sudden, boom, up 3%, up 46%, up 109%. These guys are doing well. These guys are turning the corner, and it's got strong cash flow for an automobile manufacturer. Lots of accumulation going on. A lot of funds are interested. Let me just hold on one second. I'm gonna see. Somebody is ringing me here, so let me get. I'll just be a second, and I'll be right back. Yes, I'm gonna have to call you back. I'm on the line right now. So can I call you back possibly? Um, oh, this is Rich from Enrique. Okay. I'll call you back after the show. After the show. Okay. Thank you. So sorry there. I'm so sorry. Uh, had to kind of do something on the show. So thank you very much. Okay, so hopefully we have sound now. All right. So yeah. All right. Let's look at Palantir as well. PLTR. Um, and let's see. PLTR. Palantir. Um, trading below the 200-day line, unfortunately, and it just doesn't look strong, unfortunately. And yeah, it's just not in the zone, not in the zone right now. I got shaken out of Palantir, and I have not been back since. As you can see, there's right where I got shaken out because I basically, if it drops below that 200-day line, I have to be very, very cautious, and I don't typically do anything. If it falls below that line, I'm usually out, and that is unfortunately the case with Palantir. So I think what you got to do with Palantir is sort of watch this. Let's take the next one. Oh, let's take MU because this is Micron Technologies, MU, and looking unfortunate. I wish this was doing better. I wish this. I like this company. I like the management of this company. I don't know why. Just never seems to get a break here. I can't figure it out why. It's trading below that 200-day line, and unfortunately, it's just this one you just got to avoid it. Unfortunately, it's just this one is an avoid. You gotta avoid you got to avoid this right now. Yeah, that's really the long and the short of it. You got to avoid Micron. You just have to avoid Micron. It's really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. Well, okay, I have cash. Okay. What about cash? Cash. CASH. All right. Meta Financial Holding Company for a Meta Bank. Oh, okay. Look at this. Now this I do like, by the way. I do like this stock. We're a little bit extended, but not too much. What I like about this bank, and thank you for putting this out there. This is the kind of bank that you want to buy. You don't want to buy a money center bank because of China exposure, but this is not looking that bad. Not looking that bad at all. Um, and I think this is buyable. Let's look at the checklist. Boy, this is 100% Lexus. This is buyable. Now, would I go in with a full position? Probably not. I mean, it's a little extended. This is a little extended, not much, not much, but not much, but it's a little extended. I like this sector. I like this bank. I mean, relative strength is 95. When did you ever see? You don't normally see banks that have this kind of relative strength. The category is moving up very, very nicely. So I think this is a winner. Thanks for bringing that up. I really appreciate it. I did get it. Yeah, options would have killed. Well, um, on TTM, I just think you got to be careful. In this market, if we had a really strong upward market here, if we had a really strong upward market, I would say go for it. But I don't trust this market. I'm still holding back a lot, and I think, Mark, you got to be careful in this market. It's just a tough market to trade. It's just tough market to trade. Let's take a look at some of the ones from TikTok. Thank you very much. What do you think of Neo on a downtrend? Yes. Let's look at Neo. But I think these are the kind of stocks. It's funny. The stock market is kind of very, yesterday's news. Unfortunately, I'm afraid Neo. And I did make some money on Neo last year. Not a lot, but I did make some money on Neo. Neo is in a downward trend, and you just don't want to. You just Neo is in a downward trend, and I just think you got to be super careful on it. So I would avoid this stock. I would avoid Neo. It's got a bad checklist. The relative strength is 23. Just not looking all that strong at all, unfortunately. So we can't really do anything with Neo. By the way, if you're looking on TikTok and you want to see all the charts, super easy to do. Just jump onto this bit.ly DTF 963 396 so you can see it. So thank you. Let's look. AMC is about to rip. Okay, well, let's take a look at AMC. AMC, people have done great with it. By the way, I saw the new Bond film, and I never thought I would do this. Saw the new Bond film, couldn't believe it. Um, it wasn't that great, I have to admit. It wasn't that great, but it was nice to go to a theater, and I haven't been in a theater since like a year and a half. So I love movies, and so maybe there's hope for AMC. It's trading, unfortunately. It's still trading. It's trading below the 40-day line, but it seems as if but it's still above the 200-day line. So that is a good thing. It's got a little bit of a downtrend. I would watch this one right now, just because I think that with AMC, it's just not the right trend. I think you want to get a little bit better trend on this. So here's what I would do with AMC right now. I would watch list AMC right now on this one. All right. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut the show short today. I normally don't do that, but I will be back tomorrow at 3:30. Thank you very, very much, everybody. I'm sorry about the the difficulties with the sound. That's terrible. Okay. Well, let's do a few more. Let's do a few more. Thank you for holding for me. Let's look at Ford, and the what's really been driving the automotive sector, of course, is Tesla. But I have been burned several times on Ford. I have not been able to make Ford work, but it does look like this is a very nice formation. It's reversing higher. It's seeing some strength, and it's right below that 1645 buy point. So, you know, if the market was just stronger, I would say go for it. This is set up very, very nicely. If you want to get into this one, I do think this is buyable, by the way. I do think this is buyable, but if you want to get into this one, I think what you got to do, you could buy half position of Ford here, but I would be very careful. But it does look like it's finally making its upward trend, and it's finally making an upward trend, and it does look good. So I definitely think Ford is buyable. I'm not in it, so I'll be honest with you. I'm not in it there, but I think it's viable. It's not really a favorite of mine. I've been burned several times on that. But we talked about Nvidia earlier, and I do think that this you know this is viable. This is viable. This is a kind of a cup with handle. I still think it's viable at this point. Potentially, you could move into this stock. So I do like it. The checklist is not it is, it's pretty strong, 100% checklist there. So wow. So Nvidia is definitely viable, and I should be eating my own dog food. So I'm going to put down Nvidia. I'm probably going to buy Nvidia um, again, hopefully, because I got stopped out last time. But Nvidia is definitely viable right now. ET. Right, Energy Transfer Partners. Of course, that's based here in Dallas. Actually, I worked for them for a very brief instant, like very like a quarter, as a financial analyst over at Sunoco. They own about half of Sunoco. Um, this, you know, this is a pipeline company. The oil and gas transports are getting some love. 14 out of 197, 83 relative strength. So this is good. Decent checklist. I do like the energy and sector. These guys are going to make money. These guys are going to make money this next year, because gas is going to have a shortage, and these guys are the pipeline guys, and they do gas. They're midstream. This is not as an exciting a company, but these guys are going to do very, very well. With they have pipelines up to the Northeast, and so this is a good business. It's a very large company, actually. It's amazingly big. So I do kind of like this area. The weekly chart is starting to show some strength. There's in a consolidation. It looks like it's bounced above the 40-day line. That's looking good. And I think overall, this is pretty good. This is going to be a relatively slow mover. But I do like, on the fundamentals, I do like it. You know, we're up 46% on sales, 106% in sales this last quarter. And we're finally starting to see some profitability. So the profits are up 54%. We have nice cash flow. It's starting to come in at $1.12, and it's a $9 stock. So that's a pretty low PE ratio there. Um, these guys are going to have some pricing power. So I think Energy Transfer Partners, or EP. I think this is a good one, and I think it's a good one. I think this is a good area to be in right now. Oil and gas, and the oil and gas transport. It's starting. Initially it was only the drillers. Of course, I have EOG resources. Let's take a look at EOG really quickly. I did sell Fang, which is Diamondback, and this one's pulled back a little bit, but this is right in the buy zone. This is E&G. This is EOG Resources, doing very, very well. Lots of natural gas here. Of course, gas, oil prices are an all-time high, 7-year, well, all-time high, 7-year high. So very nice action, up 275% in terms of sales, and very nice up towards the profit. So this is one you might want to look at. It's got a return on equity of 4%, which is, considering everything, is pretty decent. It is profitable, of course. The cash flow is very strong here. Almost a it's a 20 PE, but strong cash flow, lots of growth, and a good area. So this is one you might want to look at as well. It's EOG Resources, and this is one. I still think this is absolutely viable. It's got a 100% checklist, and it's in the ENG. So this is one you might want to look at. 100% checklist here, and in the best sector. So I think this is probably the last. Oh, it's Tesla. Okay, let's take a look at Tesla. Tesla thoughts, Jim. It went beyond. Yeah, it's pulled back. Well, see, the thing about Tesla is that there's a resistance. Um, there's the typically a stock will, when it comes to a new upturn, it won't lead. But Tesla is an unusual company. Of course, as you probably know, they're going to move their headquarters to Austin, Texas, which is looking pretty good, and so that's looking good. they had some very good China sales. If you and look at the and look at the look at the sales, they're just moving up. Any company that can that can grow its sales 20% a quarter, especially of this size, it's a good company. Now we're talking fundamentals, we're not talking technicals. Um, but on the technicals, I think you can make a case for beyond 800. I think we're in a really good place. Beyond 800, I think we're in a really good place. Now it did pull back a little bit. There is resistance here. What I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to do a spread on this one. I'm going to probably do a bull call spread because I do think we're going higher. I do think we're going higher on Tesla right now. And I think coming into the end of the year, it ought to be very strong for Tesla. So, it's just kind of moving, it's staying right on this 10-day line. So that's looking very, very, very good. Well, I'm sorry to cut it a little short today. I'm sorry about the sound too. I got that wrong. I got that wrong. But I appreciate everybody tuning in, even with all my technical difficulties. Wow. I mean, geez. Here's what you can do is I'm going to try to be putting out a list tonight for the watch list and possibly the ready list tonight. And if you go to www Dallas Trading Floor, sign up for those alerts, then you'll get it on you'll get it, and I'll send it out tonight. So thank you so very, very much. Thank you so much for watching tonight. And if you have any questions, thank you. Just come in on the chat. That's the easy way to do it. I'm still, there was a software upgrade today. That's my excuse, anyways. No, there was a software upgrade, and I didn't quite get it. I didn't quite get the patch in. So I will be back tomorrow at 3:30. Thanks, everybody. Hopefully, we'll have some more action today. Kind of a slow day. I'm still mostly in cash. I'm still waiting for things to do, but get in on the on the ready list. I'm gonna hopefully put that out and get that out to everybody. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I hope everyone's having a good day. Happy trading, and I will be back tomorrow. Happy trading.